Are you thinking of moving to the St. George area? In this video, we're going to use Google Maps to take a tour of St. George. And if you stick around till the end, we'll talk about 2 new businesses that are coming on Sunset, which is one of the main roads in St. George. Is this your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in St. George and the surrounding areas? Make sure to subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you're the first to know what's happening in the St. George area. Hi, my name is Shari Harris and I'm with Fathom Realty. We get phone calls and emails every day from people just like you who are looking to move to the St. George area, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're planning on moving next week, next month, or next year, give us a call, send us a text or an email, and we'd love to help you make a smooth move to the St. George area. Our contact information is in the description below. As I mentioned, we're going to use Google Maps to take a tour of St. George, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, here we are with Google Maps looking at St. George. It's all outlined here. You really don't know when you've left, like over here where you're going to into Santa Clara, it's really not noticeable that you've left St. George unless you're looking at like the street signs. Same thing over here, going into Washington area. This is the area where we have like Walmart and Costco and Best Buy and In-N-Out and all kinds of businesses in this area, right here on the Washington border. And so, and then Washington all along here, and you just don't really even realize that you've copied or you've crossed over into another town. You'll also see that St. George comes right up here to the Utah-Arizona border. And then I wanted to go out a little bit to show you right here, this I-15 that just runs through here. This actually starts in San Diego, California, and goes all the way to Sweetgrass, Montana, which is up by Canada. So this is awesome interstate to get you where you need to go, multiple exits along it as you're traveling around St. George. It's a pretty quick get on the interstate, go a couple miles and drop into the other area of town. One tip, if you're traveling here, you might notice that this area here, there's some mountains, and I don't know the exact, looking at the map, but there's an area here that's called the Gorge, and it's a little bit more narrow, and if there's an accident there, a car breaks down, it really backs up traffic. So I like to avoid the Gorge, and so I personally will take this exit over here at Littlefield, the Beaver Dam, and this is the old Highway 91, and so this goes all along here. I'm not an artist, but anyway, you can take this to come into town, and it's a beautiful drive all through here, and then as you're getting closer, you really start to see the red rocks of Ivins, and it's just a really, really beautiful drive. The minute I see the red rock as I'm coming into here, I know I've come home. It's a comfort. So I love that. So that's a tip. And it's actually faster if you're headed to Santa Clara or Ivins to take that Beaver Dam exit there and come into town that way. Otherwise, if you're coming into St. George, you know, GPS will often say it is faster this way unless they've got something going on in the gorge. So down here in the bottom, you may have heard people talk about Desert Color. This is the place that has the 2.5-acre lagoon that's so fun to swim and paddleboard, man-made, and has some sandy beaches. And in that area, for living there, it's a combination of vacation rentals, townhomes, single-family homes. They have a 55 and plus area, kind of resort, I'd say resort style living happening there. If you come on over here, you're in Sun River, and Sun River is a 55 and plus community. They have a golf course, a clubhouse, and pools, lots of activities that go on there. My kids have even come and done little performances in the clubhouse for the residents. So it's a very active lifestyle, and if you like to be with people doing things, it's a great place to retire. You'll see here Bloomington. This is a more developed area. You'll find big, beautiful trees, older homes in this area. This is the Southern Walmart right here. And then this is a Dixie Drive exit here, has Thunder Junction, All Abilities Park, As you go along Dixie, it goes on up to, let's go in a little bit closer. All right, so you'll take Dixie, has some businesses and homes, and go on up here to Sunset. Sunset takes you on into Santa Clara and also the old Highway 91 road. Along Sunset, you've got tons of businesses, Chase Bank and Lynn's and Albertsons and Home Depot, and Verizon is marked there. Anyway, there's tons of businesses and more always coming along Sunset. Bluff is another road that you might hear of, has a whole lot of businesses on it. Recently, there's kind of a shopping area there that's really struggled. There used to be a Kmart there, and Hobby Lobby will be taking that Kmart space, and the developers are working on really improving that area and kind of bringing it back to life. It's been kind of a dead zone for a little while. So super excited about that. This Red Hills Parkway up here is really beautiful, because you'll see this is kind of the protected land. You'll see that's the red color there. This is the red rock. It's protected. There's not buildings on this. Along the Red Hills Parkway, you'll see Dixie Rock. If you've seen pictures of Dixie written on the red rock, that's along this road. This is a main road if you are heading to Ivins or also Santa Clara. I take this one often when I've been in town when I'm heading home. And off of it, you can go onto the 18. This takes you out to like Dameron Valley, Vail, Pine Valley, that area is where you're headed with that. Oh, and there are some homes, because we're still in St. George for a little bit on the 18. So you'll see the 18 up through here. Anyway, there's some ledges and some other areas that have a beautiful view out there. Not as widely populated, but definitely growing. Here you'll see we have the hospital. Over here we've got Utah Tech University, a wonderful college that's growing and bringing more programs all the time. Over here is Tech Ridge. We have Dixie Technical College up here, and a lot of other tech businesses, as well as housing that's being built up here. They have a whole master plan for Tech Ridge, so a pretty cool area. So for schools, all of the cities in Washington have go to Washington County School District, and you live within the borders. So I'm going to put a link, but this website here lets you know the bus routes and the boundaries for the different schools: elementary, intermediate, middle, and high school. So I'll put a link to that. So if you can enter the address of a home you're looking at, or and it will show you what school they would attend. So you always go to the school that you live within the boundaries, unless it's a charter school. And with charter schools, I think all of them are actually like a lottery. You apply to get in, and if you don't make it in and there's a waiting list, you're just set on the list until they get to your name or your child's name. And once one child gets in, usually the rest of the family, the kids, are kind of bumped up on the list to get in sooner as well. One thing, if like your child, you want to do dual immersion, Spanish or Chinese, I don't know if they have any others at this point, they might. If you want to do a dual immersion where your child spends half their time in school learning a second language, doing their studies in a second language, my daughter has done Spanish and does very well speaking Spanish, and she's been doing it for about 10 years now. That's something to look at the boundaries, find out what schools have it, so that you can kind of narrow down your home search so that your child can live in the area for the language that you would like them to learn. There can be a waiting list for that as well, so it's something to stay in communication with the school or the district to kind of make sure that you get into the right area if that's important to you. So the population for St. George, like super fast growing area, we are at 108,535. So growing, we are one of the top cities for growth right now. Our median house price is $535,000 right now. So that's gone up quite a bit, but prices have been holding pretty steady here. So you'll see like the Snow Canyon State Park and how a lot of the land around here is protected. This protected land can't be built on. It kind of has kept our the value of property high because there's limitations on where we can be built. Land is precious. And we also have hosted world triathlons. We have marathons, lots of events that bring people from all over the world with our beautiful national and state parks as well. And they fall in love with the area and they decide to live here. So, and we also do a lot of like tournaments for different sports here. So that brings people, during COVID, we stayed open when other places weren't. So they came here to explore, and that brought a lot of people as well. And people who wanted their children to be able to go to school when the area they lived in, the schools were closed and still homeschooling type of thing. And so our schools grew a lot during that time, and we just continue. People move here for the lifestyle. And with our high housing, we attract a lot of people that second homes, investors, people that just are coming from maybe an area where homes are a little bit more expensive. And so now they can buy here with a large down payment. All right, one other thing I wanted to show you on the map was where our airport is. So right down here, close to the border, is our airport. It's a very small airport. It's super convenient to fly from. It's small, security is short, get through there super fast. So I love that, but I'll admit prices there tend to be so high that we end up having to jump here on I-15. There are some great shuttle services, and head to Las Vegas. It's about a 2-hour drive, but Las Vegas being a much bigger airport, the prices are just a lot better. So it rarely makes sense to go out of St. George from a financial point of view, but I have done it one time and I loved it, and I hope that that continues to grow so we can do that more. If you are able and flying out of the St. George airport, it's so convenient to get there. Just to give you kind of an idea of kind of the time, this downtown St. George area to the airport is about a 20-minute drive. So everything is really close. You can quickly get to anything within the St. George boundary. So I almost forgot to share with you the new businesses coming on Sunset over here. This is the road that I showed earlier that was going into Santa Clara. So kind of close to the Santa Clara border, there's like a Summit Athletic Club, and next to it, there's been a building that people have been wondering what's happening, and that is going to be Orange Pill, seems fitting, healthy smoothies next to the gym. So that's being built, and then just a little bit down the street from there on the opposite side is Culver's. And if you don't know what Culver's is, they're known for their fresh frozen custard, and their Wisconsin cheese curds are, I think, probably the most popular thing. It's really yummy food, probably not good for you at all, but it is a fun place to go get a treat. So that is what one of the other buildings being built on Sunset is. Sunset has actually a lot of other buildings being built, so it'll be fun to see what those are. Thanks for joining me today, and please reach out if you have any questions. My contact information is below. Talk to you soon.